Welcome everyone to the SAO Fanfiction Authors Lang, our first official podcast and its first pilot episode. I'm your host named Carlo, and my beautiful and funny co-host Panzer and Leonard.
Dude, you're cutting out like fucking crazy.
It's YouTube. It's the copyright holders. They know we played the Avengers theme. Go back.
Dude, they discovered us that fucking quickly.
Shut down before we've started.
That's gonna suck.
It's available in my country, so
Cut out again.
Let's not do the Avengers Assembled thing. That's really has thrown us all really off course.
Yeah,
I mean, they have a point.
I've still got the podcast plan up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's coming up to like 10 minutes in, and it's just like, oh no.
Okay.
We haven't got anywhere.
Calm down,
It's
people.
great and all.
Calm down.
It's great.
Let's start.
It's great and all we have it up, but we need to start. So
Yeah, the first one
it
is.
doesn't really help if we haven't started yet.
Okay.
So the first one is how did we get into writing? That's the first one.
Wait.
Well, should we introduce each other first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We started and stopped. Okay. Welcome everyone to our first podcast.
Dude, the sheer discourse in this fucking call.
Okay, let me know when I start, okay? When I can start.
Alright.
Okay?
So it goes Panzer, Tarlo, Leonard, and then guests. And we've already got that. We've got that order. So I think we're set in introductions.
Yeah. Well, we should first introduce the server, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be a good idea, yeah.
Who wants to go?
See if we can
Because
get through
I'm
it.
laughing too much.
I think I can start without stuttering too much.
Okay. We need an epic voice guy.
Okay. One man on a mission. Okay, I'm not gonna start with that.
There's six of
let's
us
see.
though.
Do not.
I love
The
love this
weirdo.
podcast.
SEO and fiction.
This is a thing.
Barely start.
No one joins to try and listen in.
Yo, Wall Street
Gonna like
69,
what we
thank you for the sub!
Dude, it would be so great if the first person that subscribes to the whole thing was literally called Balls Team 69.
Explain!
Dude, how fucking goated would it be if the voice actors for the fucking cast of SAO joined into the podcast, like Bryce Papenbrook, Jeremy Lay? Holy hell,
Oh
That
no.
would be amazing.
No.
that would be great.
Chaos intensifies.
Perhaps maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Yeah, maybe
Not
one day.
Not
That's
today
if we can
because we
actually
haven't
get
even
this fucking
started
pilot episode off the ground.
Oh, guys, come on.
Too much.
Okay. Let me be the straight guy and get us back into track. Okay.
Okay.
Good. Go.
The SAO Fanfiction Center is a Discord server where we SAO fanfiction authors gather and be our usual chaotic selves. And a week ago we thought we should start a podcast because it's fun and we have no experience whatsoever, so it will be chaos. I am your host named Tarlov, and with me my beautiful co-host Panzer and Leonard. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
And we have 3 guests. Wow, someone interested in us. We have Bayor, Kitsuna, and
Yeah,
Talon.
sorry. I didn't hear you. I'm here.
Hey, it's good. I'm Talon.
Hey, I'm Kitsune, hello.
Okay, let's introduce ourselves. I will start because for some reason I have to talk. I'm named Tarlov. I post fanfictions on fanfiction.net, and I started to move to Archive for Own too. My most known and only SAO fanfiction is a crossover with Katekyo Hitman Reborn, Sword Art version.
What?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't even catch that. Like, hello?
I couldn't catch that either. I'm sorry.
I'm
You'll have to
nervous,
repeat.
okay.
Don't worry about it.
Dick, could you write it in chat, please?
Okay.
Like insert text speech.
I will try the last part
Okay,
again,
he
okay?
tried. He tried. Come on.
My most well-known and only
Next one.
SAO fanfiction is a SAO Katekyo Hitman Band crossover, Sword Art Online version Vongola. And that's it for me. Panzer, go talk because I'm tired.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. Where is it? Yeah. So, as said, I am Panzer, part of a two-man team, writing in multiple fandoms, but recently focused more on Sword Art Online. My main one is one called Sabretooth's Tale, which will feel like other ones referenced here, will be mentioned later. My stuff is mostly found on fanfiction.net, but I do intend to upload to Archive of Our Own soon, trademark. On to the next one. Go on.
Okay.
Leonard.
I'm Linerco1.
It's my
I'm
turn.
pretty new
Okay.
to the
Well,
SAO
I'm
fanfiction
Bjork. I'm
community.
posting fanfiction on fanfiction.net. I have 2 stories involving SAO right now. My biggest one is.
Bayor, we said Leonard.
Leonard,
That's when the guest goes before the host, okay? Okay, not intervene.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm fine with being ignored.
Ouch.
I didn't want to ignore you. I'm sorry.
It's alright.
Okay, Leonard, go.
Hi, I'm Linerco1. I'm pretty new to the SAO fanfiction community with only a couple of chapters in a story I posted months ago and a few one-shots. But I don't plan on stopping. If you want to read what I've written so far, you can find me on Archive of Our Own and fanfiction.net under the username Linerco1.
Okay,
Bravo.
then let's introduce our guest, and since Bayer wants to go so much, let's start with him.
Oh, no, I am embarrassed now.
Bayor, just do it, man.
Do it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Okay, I am Bayor. I started writing fanfiction 3.5 years ago on fanfiction.net. I have posted 2 fanfiction stories so far, one involving a crossover with Deadpool, and the other is just a complete rewrite of the original story. And that's basically it.
Okay, thank you. Kitsune, want to take over?
So, hello everyone. I am Kitsune, but my pen name is Golden Alpha Kitsune. I've been a writer on FF.net now for a good number of years. I have 2 stories up at the moment that I'm focusing on core-wise. One is a rewrite of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX fanfic that I had from one of my fans, Super Neos 2. And the other one, and the one more important to this podcast, is a bit of SAO sort of Final Fantasy Naruto Magikoi crossover and such called Sword Art Online Advent Children. It's only currently 9 chapters in at the moment because with everything with the COVID situation and inspiration, it's a bit of a writer's block at the moment, but I am working on it slowly but surely. So please do check me out if you guys are interested in giving it a read.
I'm still reading that fic. It's quite long. It's not going. Okay, thank you. Talon, yours the floor.
Hey, I'm Talon the Deep One here on the SAO Fanfiction Central server. I got a pen name Talon C on fanfiction.net, the only site I even write on, and the only
English. English.
Please
I'm a
use words.
scatting man. But anyways, I write on fanfiction.net. My only SAO fanfiction is a crossover involving the Infamous games, where Kirito is a conduit, and it's been sitting on its first chapter for the past month now? Yeah.
That's 1 month. That's it. That's not long at all.
That's really not long at all compared to how long other ones have been in hiatus for. So
Me in a year and a half.
Oh man, I've got fan fictions from other series that have been sitting there for the past 1 or 2 of them have been sitting there for the past 2 years.
rip.
Be like that sometimes.
First chapter, 2 years, no updates.
I have a quick question, and it's a good move into our next topic. How long did you start writing fanfiction? Because I feel like I'm the most beginner level here with only 1.5 years under my belt.
How long have you been? How long have you been writing?
Yeah.
Wait, so who was going to answer the question first?
Let's go with the host
According to
first.
the order, it's
Let's go,
Oh,
Panzer.
it's me. Yeah, okay, so it's me. I've been writing for about 3 to 4 years, but I've only within the last year got into the Sword Art Online area. But I've got 2 completed ones now, I think. Yeah, and I'm still writing on them, so expect more progress from me.
Leonard?
I've been writing for a very long time. I've only been writing fan fiction over the last years, just over 3 years actually, and I started off over on Wattpad, writing My Hero Academia fan fictions. But I've transitioned over to AO3 and fanfiction.net with SAO in recent months.
Yeah. Bayor?
I believe I already answered this question. I started writing 3.5 years ago. I started on SAO. But really, after all these impressive stories that the community has, I thought, maybe we should rewrite the complete story, just like what Progressive did. And I felt inspirational and I just started with it.
Thank you. Kitsune?
yeah.
I originally started on fanfic.net under a different pen name, actually. But I started writing probably around 8. Yeah, it would have been 8 years ago because
Damn,
I
8
actually
years.
I
started
feel like I'm always
writing.
next to you guys. I feel like
Well,
I'm the
honestly,
new kid in the block.
no, honestly, I only started writing. I think it might have been like the summer after I lost my nan, actually. So it was it was more of a coping mechanism way back when I started writing more Naruto-based fanfics. But after recently playing Hollow Fragment, it actually gave me a bit of an inspiration to try my hand in an SAO fic. So yeah.
Thank you. Talon?
Oh, me? I have been writing for I think 5 years at most now. I started getting to write because I've been reading fan fiction well before that, and I didn't really think about writing at first. But after I got really irritated with trying to find fan fictions that like I wanted to find them, but they didn't exist because no one's like at least thought of the concept or something like that. And so I just picked up my Infinity Gauntlet and said, "Fine, I'll do it myself."
Good meme. Good meme. Okay, thank
If you want, I realized if I like seriously, my Infamous crossover, the only one of its kind, only one.
There you go.
And Infamous has been around for how long has it been out? Give me a minute, I'll look it up.
15 years.
Infamous.
Just
Damn it.
a hunch.
Infamous.
The power of Google, folks.
Well, I mean, if you are the only one that's written crossover of a certain kind, then you're certainly unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Infamous was an open-world action-adventure game developed by Sucker Punch and published by Sony Computer Entertainment, released in 2009.
Wow.
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 17 years. Nice.
Wow.
Wait, 9. Oh. No, 7.
And since I based the crossover primarily on the game's Second Son, it was published in 2014.
Wow, 6 years.
7.
Damn.
7 actually.
6
21.
years.
We're in 21.
All that time, not a single person has actually come up with the concept but me.
Well,
Well, congratulations, creating something unique.
you are the first
There you
one.
go.
The first of
Of course,
many.
the downside is that not many
Yay.
people actually see it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Let's start with the next topic. Why we started writing in the first place? I think in the order I started that talk. Yeah. Well, I started writing fanfiction because I started reading a lot before that. I basically learned to write and read English through fanfiction.
You're cutting out a lot.
Uh, yeah, I do that. Can't help it.
Can you type it in chat, please?
I'm sorry, can you start putting memes in general?
He just types a long thing of text in his native language, and all of that just translates to no.
How about no?
No,
How about
it's
no?
impossible! And I started.
Sorry,
Okay,
continue.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
Wait, hello.
I
Continue.
basically learned to write and read in English through fanfiction, and since I always had a very active imagination, I just wanted to, oh fuck it, let's go and write it, and that's how it started for me. Panzer?
Okay. I started for two reasons. One, I'm always interested in alternative history of if you change slightly something in a certain time, it goes to a completely different story or completely different timeline. And then when it came to watching the beginning of what's the arc called? It was with Gunga Online, when the first part of season 2, and it's like, okay. Originally, Kirito was a bit skeptical of actually helping out. So it's like, okay, what if he didn't? What if someone else took his role for that particular scene? And that's where I started to come off from there and write about other stuff as well. And with what if I include this? What if I exclude that? And also, the second reason is I felt I know some bits could be altered to be personally better, in my opinion, but I won't go into too much detail about that because I feel like that'd be a better thing to go over much later on.
It's interesting.
Nice.
Yeah.
Leonard? Your turn.
Well, I can't even remember the reason I got into writing. Originally, it was originally it was something in school. Creative writing was just something I had to do, and it turned into eventually it turned into writing more and more stories. I started posting them online. I started sharing them with friends, and they would give me feedback on it. And eventually I started writing fan fiction because I don't know why, I just felt like doing it one day, and here I am now.
Wait, I'm still surprised that you got feedback. You got feedback!
Nice.
No.
I'm sorry, Leonard. I can't. I just love your accent way too fucking much. Like, for me, could you yell "Blood for the Blood God"?
You what?
Blood for the Blood God in your regular accent.
Blood for the Blood God.
Could have made it a
More
little
passion.
more aggressive, but all right.
So lifeless.
I just keep thinking Alucard from Abridged. I am half-mast. I need to hear this.
I have a feeling we will be summoning Count just a couple of seconds.
Don't summon him. I don't want other gods in my head again. Okay.
No, we need Count for that, wouldn't we? And he's not here.
Okay, let's continue. We got off topic again. Bayor?
Yes. Why I started writing? I was basically an SEO fan, and I was searching for new content. So I scrolled to Reddit a lot, read a lot of the translated novels from Divan. I think we all did. I basically was searching for more characteristics from Asuna, Kirito, everyone basically. So I stumbled on fanfiction and decided, hey, I like this. I want to do this myself as well. So yeah, I did.
Nice. Kitsune?
Yeah, so as I briefly touched upon it a couple of minutes ago, I'm gonna have to dash after this anyway. But yeah, basically, I've always been I used to grow up with anime and such, but for the longest time I kind of fell out of it. But as I mentioned, 8 years ago I actually lost my nan, and basically I lost one of the key supports of a lot of my foundations, basically, and throughout the entirety of that summer that on which I lost her, that I was constantly just watching animes and such, just constantly going on. The one I mainly focused on was Naruto, and I tried my hand way back when with Naruto fanfics on my old account, and even onto this new account which I'm on now, GA Kitsune. But it got to the point where I wasn't satisfied with it, and so I decided to scrap all of my old stories and just start again with a brand new with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! GX idea that I had from one of the fanfics I read, and with his permission, actually got the chance to go ahead and write it.
Ooh,
But
nice.
with
Oh.
SAO, actually, again, I ended up buying Hollow Fragment really, really late. And going through that, I was always a fan of the SAO series. Like, granted, they could have done it better and such, but for the whole part, it was a really good anime. And it kind of sparked an interest in the back of my head. It's like, you know what, let's do this. But of course, with COVID going on and such, I have been on hiatus for roughly a year and a half trying to get my mental health back in order. But now, recently getting back into it, uploaded a new chapter recently as well, and just going on from there, hopefully, and to keep the momentum going. But again, I'm gonna have to jump out now because I gotta get ready for work. So peace out, everyone, and stay safe.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank you
you
for
Okay.
very
joining.
much.
You too.
Thank you for joining.
us. It was nice. Okay,
Yeah.
then we have two guests. Yeah.
And then there
Now
was
it's reduced,
Yeah.
and then there were
And there was
two.
two. We've driven away one. How long
Yeah.
will the both of you last?
Only one can
Okay,
survive.
so I guess I'm up. I'm pretty sure I already explained the thing that got me into writing. I picked up my Infinity Gauntlet and just went, fine, I'll do it myself.
Okay.
Because finding a lot of the ideas that I've had for SAO, I'm like, okay, someone has to have written something like that. There's got to be one. And I kept looking and looking and looking. I looked on fanfiction.net. I looked in AO3. I looked in Wattpad,
What?
unfortunately. And
why
You
did you
look
look
at
for
that
what
Wattpad?
mad? You mad? You mad?
yeah,
Mad.
exactly.
You are a brave, foolish soul.
Oh yeah. Yeah, when it comes to fan fiction in general, especially when you start looking in Wattpad, it's like drinking a Slurpee. Like you take a couple sips and you're like, "Oh, this is really good. I'm glad I did this." Then the bad fan fiction start rolling in. It all gets right to your head, and you're like, "Ow, fuck!
Brain freeze.
What was I thinking?"
And this is the good bit.
Yeah, I saw some of the most horrid SAO shit in Wattpad, so I left altogether.
I never went there, and I never went to too many horror stories from you guys.
Less I said about them, the better.
Yeah, I actually started writing SAO back in fanfiction.net. I made a couple, but due to the fact that I was relatively new to the fanfiction scene and I was relatively new to writing in general, a lot of my stuff, like the pacing was too fast, it was all cringy and stuff, the girls were too horny, so I ended up deleting those old fics and and I started to make the new one, Code, my crossover with Infamous.
Wait,
In fact, it was the only fanfic.
I have one problem.
English.
I have one.
I'm a scared man, but
I have one problem. There's the thing that's too horny. I never heard of
Oh.
it.
Bonk.
just how casually I said that. The pacing was too fast. It
by
was
the
too
way.
cringy. The girls were too horny.
I'm horny.
Yeah.